to read you a poem called A Reminder to Enjoy the Little Things in Life. And it's actually in the third book, which I said before was written for the COVID years, and everyone's had exposure and experiences, good and bad. A COVID phenomenon, perhaps, call it a product, an outcome, a plus, though sometimes we've struggled to find this elusive plus. So much more negative, still surviving just to live. You and I, we hopefully have lots for which to be grateful. You have your eyes and your ears, or just your heart, body or soul. Maybe even lucky enough not to have to go on the dole. A privilege to find work, to walk and talk, to watch a full moon, an eclipse and the stars, to have a friend or two or three, to give someone some love and in return to receive love, to share a coffee with a friend, to know how to press send and be able to dial a friend, from some ailment or accident to mend, to care and be cared for, to feel not too poor, and be able to open a door towards love, opportunity, happiness or success. Perhaps just to life, avoid strife, and always enjoy the little things in a good life. This one's more about bullying and hope. A lot of the poems end up on a happy note. There's a sadness in them sometimes, but that's life itself. And Steve mentioned it before, that we've all gone through strife in our lives, and being able to then still see the glass half full and to have some hope. Another moment in time, another day past, another season not far from its last. Already cool nights, some cool mornings too. The winter has struck down south and on the range. Nothing strange, with only 2 weeks to go before winter. By the way, this was written on the 12th of May 2019. Nothing strange, with only 2 weeks to go before winter. The frangipanis are already bare. The leaves descend without a care. Tropical palms seem unaffected. Nor alamander, bougainvillea and tiburtina. Our leaders are in lockdown. Too many of us just frown a new government to elect. The best or worst for the public to detect or just dissect. A kindness revolution is in our midst, a new cultural phenomena, as we seek the best solution, maybe even resolution. May bullying, aggression and conflict be diminished, and just hope they will one day be forever finished, as we live in eternal hope and always learning better to cope. And patience. Now, doesn't that remind you of that poem that Jen recited? Not read, recited. Show some patience and try to be kind. Show some patience, be kind. Life is a challenge, always mind. We all have so much to give. Avoid getting into a bind. To share, to love, to forgive. What a privilege to say thank you. To say sorry and mean it. The world is in flux, even confusion. We're all too harried and hurried. Children watch their parents preoccupied. Parents try to keep up. Awful to feel left behind. We overreact to situations, maybe even get a shock. Cool it, man. Be less harried and hurried and maybe troubled. A natural reaction. Seek forgiveness. Express a sorry and a thank you. They always go a long way. So be sure you mean it. Go the extra distance. It will be worth the ride. Show patience and try to be kind. And back to Desiderata, you are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. That takes me to, if we will brighten someone's day, say it, 6th of July 2016. Don't let the gloom or sometimes the sadness overcome you. It is bad sometimes, yes, but do not let it ever beat you. Think of the prisoners of old or not so old, the unfortunates, the down and out. They managed to keep on keeping on, holding on for what purpose? A better time, some relief, or salvation? Hoping to live another day, just spare them a thought. Your life could never be as bad. You have so much to live for. You have the ability to love, seize it. You have the capacity to say thank you, do it. You have the passion to take on new challenges, grab it with all you have. You can be an example to so many, despite your weaknesses and frailties. They're merely temporary barriers. You can deal with them boldly and strongly. You're on your mission to give, share, and care for others less fortunate than yourself. Go proudly with a strong heart and the wind in your sails. Just be glad you managed to brighten someone's day. I must be on the last 5 seconds. What's this one? Poem on love and its idiosyncrasies. A friend for whom I was the best man at their wedding in Western Australia in 1977. It was a local WA Perth lady who married an American officer. I was in the West in the Navy for 4 years in the 70s and early 80s. And the American ships would come for R&R, especially in WA. They did come to other parts of Australia, but WA was one of the most popular R&R places to visit. And this lady went on to return to America, has several children. One of those children recently got married, and she asked me, would I recommend a poem, one of my poems. And I thought she was really asking me to write a poem for the wedding of her daughter. And I finally got around to saying, look, I'm just about to do this now. I'm sorry that I've been so slow. And she said, don't worry, we've picked one of your poems called On Love and Its Idiosyncrasies, written on the 29th of May 2011. A whim, a dream, a fancy, to love, to be loved, to share, to give, to receive and accept with no sense of guilt or calculation, to be the person that you are, to stand proud and not have a sense of remorse, go and be counted amongst the guilty and the fallen, forgive and accept forgiveness as a right, as a gift, as a reward for being the best you can be. You are a unique being on this beautiful earth. You are special. You are supreme. You are serene. You give, you take, you err. You fail, you rise up. You fall, you rise up. You demand, you judge. You share, you love. You're a human made to love and be loved. But always give, as it is the giving of yourself that true love is forever more. I think my time's up. Oh, 2 minutes. Just a song and dance man, sing from town to town. I've written a lot of mediator poems as well, but there's a particular one as well. There's a lot about storms and nature. We've had so many storms in the last 10 years up and down the eastern seaboard. All those storms hitting Lismore, etc., and not to mention just about every place on the eastern seaboard. But that's for another time. I'll just read one called A Young Nepalese Man in a Cafe in Brisbane on the 18th of February 2015. It is like a painting, a portrait or sketch of a special warm smile and the person within, a beaming, kind and gentle smile and spirit, a gift to share and a generous token to warm others' less happy hearts and souls, others who might struggle to shake off their sad and stressed thoughts, others who only feel that life has dealt them a tough hand. That smile traverses all and confronts pain and loss, anger and stress, trials and tribulations. Never lose that smile and that special inner glow. Thank you. Thanks very much.